Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jock, and firstly, let me apologise for not being in touch with you guys sooner. Some of you may as well know that I had some surgery on my mouth, and it really knocked me for six and knocked me out of kilter for a very, very long time. However, I did mention just before I had gone down, and that I had an exciting new feature for spiritualist churches, and I'm absolutely delighted to show you that. In fact, let me just refresh your page here, and I'm going to use our friends at the Ash Centre here, and the reason I'm going to use them is because their profile's not too bad. There's a little bit of work that everybody could do, but one of the biggest problems that we have, especially for spiritualist churches, is how do we put a visiting medium? We have a profile. The profiles are ranking. But what I wanted to do is, well, what about the president of the church, the vice president of the church, the secretary, or maybe the two, or maybe two or three mediums that actually work within the church regularly and are not visiting mediums. So what I've done is I've created what we'll call up here is a sub-account feature. Now, we don't have any sub-accounts in here, but what this is going to allow you spiritual churches to do is add your staff or your resident mediums or your visiting mediums with their own profile. So if you can imagine you have a great profile at the moment, you have all these abilities, your photo albums, your videos, and all this kind of stuff that you can add in, and you can make this church profile amazing and attract a lot more people online. You can add your events and you can add other things now, but I wanted to give you more. I wanted to give you more of a kind of a leg up, if you like, to be able to promote your church even better than you could now. And I know some of you, and I do apologise for being direct, some of you are very lazy and don't actually do anything with your profiles. And to be honest, it's not going to get you anywhere. You've got a free profile here. Learn to use it. Watch the tutorials. Maximize it. If you want bums on seats in the church, then you've got to work towards getting bums on seats in the church. It's not just about putting a free link on there and that's it. This has been a lot of work's gone in as we're giving it as free, and especially now that we have this new feature. So what is this new feature? Well, if we just go into this view sub accounts, you'll actually see there is no sub accounts here. There is no extra accounts, and I may actually change the name of these to something more appropriate, but at the moment it's all I can think of. And so we're going to add another account, okay? And what you're going to do here is, this could be, so imagine you have the person who set up this account for the church. You can now have a professional profile for the president. You can now have a professional profile for the secretary, the events coordinator, and so forth and down the line. You could even have one profile, if you like, for a visiting medium of the month, and you can design them a whole profile. That's the visiting medium that's coming in this month. It's as easy as putting up a page. You've got all the events, you've got all the benefits, you've got all the articles, you've got everything there, you've got audio, video. You're basically getting another account for free. And what this means is that if you imagine, if we were charging professional mediums $150 a year to be on this, you're getting that. I think I've limited you to 5, so you're getting that 5 times for free. And the reason I want to do this is because I want your churches to look more professional. I know you've got a website, and that's fine. Sometimes you don't even keep the website up to date. But this is easier, and anybody can keep this up to date because you can give them their own account and their own access and their own username and their own password. So you can have all of your events that's coming up. You can have your events on a special event that's recurring each month. If you've got a visiting medium, put the new visiting medium up, design that page. I can do some other tutorials, but it won't be for a little while because I've got to catch up as well with the podcast course that unfortunately I missed due to my operation. Anyway, what I want you to do is to see the benefit in this. So you now as a church, you guys at the Ash Centre, if you're listening in, put on, you can even add in a circle page, if you like. If you've got a development circle and it's on a Wednesday, just create a development circle as one of your accounts. You've got a master account here, and this would be the person who runs the whole system for the church. All you need to do before you make it active, make it not active at the moment. So let's see what we're going to say. Joe Blogs is the president. You want to put a president thing. So you put in Joe Blogs, the details, the company name. I wanted to have this separate as basically the church name, but I can't, because then every medium that shows up would be a church name, and some mediums are running as a company, some mediums are running themselves, so I've got to keep it generic, I'm afraid. But you can obviously put this down, you know, this will be your church here, put on the church name there, put the email. Now make sure this is very important, you cannot have the one email for every account. Every person has to have their own email address. Put their own email address in there, give them a password. Now you can give them that username and that password, and they will be able to log into the account. You put the address down of the church, okay, and then you save those details. Bam, you have got a new profile for the president. Go through the same thing. New profile for the visiting medium, new profile for the secretary, the events coordinator. What does this give you? What does this mean in terms for you marketing the church? Well, if you imagine you've got one profile for the church that is ranking in the search engines, and it's just that one profile, you now have 5 ranking in the search, all separately, all completely separate, connected to the management account, but all separate. I'm not going to give this ability to mediums. I'm not giving this to anybody else. This is just for you churches. I've worked hard to put this in because I want you to utilize this, and I want you to really expand your church growth and to get spiritualism or the spirit out there in the best way possible. And this means that all of the social media can get added into these separate accounts. You can have 5 accounts that all cover everything in your church. So if you wanted to have one particular account just for a development circle that meets every week, boom, put it in there. It's up to you. What I would do this is utilize this for staff and resident mediums. Register your staff and the resident mediums that's there, and maybe have one account for a visiting medium, and make this will become even stronger and better than even your website. I'm not saying you don't need to take your website down. As I said before in other tutorials, this will work hand in hand with your website. But there you go, guys. This is a new feature for you. It's a new feature that you can really expand your church online and attract new members of the congregation. People want to come to development workshops. You could even have an account separately for workshops or whatever you want. But you would have to call it something. Don't just call it workshops, because you'll confuse everybody else in the system that has workshops. You would need to call it, Ash Centre Workshops, and then you would have a main page, and then you would put all the different workshop events up there. This is really powerful. This is giving you so much strings to your bow. It is, I'd like to go as a great spiritual ammunition to grow your church. I may consider putting it into centres, but that'll be something that they'll have to pay for, because I just can't keep giving it away to everybody. But for you churches, it's free. I really want you to use it. For you churches that are not using it at the moment, get on with it, use it. I am going to nag probably a lot more now that I can speak again. And again, I'm very sorry that this has taken so long, but I was recovering for a long time. And I'm still recovering, it's still actually healing, but I really, really want you to maximize your benefit. This is totally free to you. Don't waste it. And you'll find that you'll have these sub-accounts that shall be listed, and there'll be all the names when you go into this. You'll have all the names of your people and all your staff or your mediums that are in the church, and that will create a massive, basically online profile for you guys to reach out and to fill seats and do a lot more with it. If you get any problems, please give myself or just email our support staff, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. We really want you to utilize it more. I want to be teaching a lot more on here so that you can maximize this for you. But there you go. And any other spiritual churches that can utilize it, get on there. It's free. Utilize it. Have a wonderful day, and I shall speak to you all very soon. God bless.